In this video, I'm just going to show you some output options. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of designs going on and a whole bunch of things happening on this artboard, the borders, everything. So you can see I've got almost 23 different artboards happening. So what I'm going to do is drop this into what I call a multi-page PDF. So why I set this up is it gives me the ability to use multiple designs or assemble multiple designs on different artboards and then condense those all into one multi-page document. So what I'm going to do is just go to File and Save As, and you can see what's going to happen is it's going to give me an option here of what kinds of files I can save it as. So I'm going to save this as an Adobe PDF document. And so when I hit save, and save that as a presentation. And I might save this as like a version 1. So when I send it to the client, they might say, oh, well, I like this one, but change that. I can make those changes and then save it to version 2 so I can kind of track the differences. But you'll notice that what I get here is some options with the PDF. I'm just going to do an optimized web for fast viewing, and it's going to open the PDF after I save it. So you'll notice as that saves this into a PDF file. And what's great about that now is you can see that this PDF file has all of those documents set up. It looks like I didn't have anything on 12, but it's nice because they can now look through the pages if they want, and those bookmarks and whatnot, and they can just track through the pages and see all the different designs. Nice and easy. And they can kind of select and direct what they want to do with the different designs. The other option here is it's great because PDFs are relatively available across the board in terms of reading. Most computers have a free Adobe Reader. We can also compress this file down so it's smaller. It's got a nice option here where I can quickly just click this and send it as an attachment. It's a great way to sharing your work, especially for those that don't have Illustrator. And I don't necessarily want them to have Illustrator because they might go in and mess with the fonts and other design elements. So, but these are ways to kind of get some quick feedback about things and share your files. So I use that option of saving it as a PDF quite often, and it's a great tool for sharing your work and creating little portfolios and presentations. So it's a mix of saving it as a PDF, but also using it as artboards. In some cases, some fonts may not be able to be compressed and contained and exported into the PDF documents. So in some cases, you may want to select all of your work and outline the type and then save it. That way, you won't have that problem of embedding fonts into PDF. Some of them have licensing issues for that kind of thing, but that would solve your problem if that's what you need. But that's a great little tip on saving and presenting your work, especially with multiple artboards. Another option that we can have with that is if you were to save as again, we can save this as an Illustrator document. I'm going to do this in a new folder. So just make a new folder. So if I hit save, we have this option of creating a Illustrator file, but save each artboard to a separate file. So this is nice too if you wanted to isolate just a particular design or two. So what this is going to do is you can see that I've thrown them in this folder. When I select this, it's going to save all of those as separate files. So you can see that this last one here will save as all of it, but each one has its own page. We'll go back to that in Bridge so you can actually see it. So this one has all of the artboards contained in it. Notice it has 1 through 19, and then this is the 19, 18, etc. So it numbers them all for you. So in some cases you might say, oh, let's reduce the showing, and they may only want a few of those, so you could deal with each one separately. Again, opening those up, it'll only include that one artboard, so it can simplify the work that you've done. But that kind of gives you an example of some working with artboards, working with PDFs and output, and kind of the way to save your files to kind of help present your work in different ways.